They can be in this at any moment. They just gotta up their mental game, let their talent speak.
Amazing placement. What a shot.
A Yahtzee overhead.
Aspect of mental toughness here that's just different.
I like the body language of all four players.
Oh, look at that shot! Great hands from Kiro.
All right, hello and welcome to the 2023-24 APTA Tour presented by Volley. We are live from the Orchard Lake Country Club in West Bloomfield Township, Michigan, bringing you the 2024 Detroit Invitational Grand Prix, which is the 12th stop on the 2023 APTA Tour, with live streaming brought to you by the APTA membership, the APTA national sponsors Volley Infusion, and local sponsors DIAG, Detroit Platform Tennis Association, Asset Health, Jack McNaughton, Lux Homes, Gen Oil, Crest Automotive, the Thursday night OLCC guys, Capsiva, and the Wednesday night OLCC guys, Etkin Real Estate, Bank Rifkin, and Wilson Partners. I'm Brad Eastbrook alongside Lauren Mandel, bringing you women's quarterfinal round action between our number one seeds of Hanisch and Zubori against B. Lopez and Liz Cruz. Lauren, welcome to the booth.
Thank you, Brad. I'm looking forward to this match. It's got all the makings of being a really good contest. On the far side of the court, dressed alike in those pink pants, in the ag court with the visor on is Liz Cruz, who we had with us on the East Coast for a long time, but now is in Chicago, and her partner B. Lopez, who's in New Jersey. And they're playing the national champs, Florentina Hanisch, who's in the ad court, out of view right this moment. Oh, there she is. And also in matching pants, and her partner, Anna Maria Zubori. And the umpire for today's match is Rob Labune, and this is going to be a best 2 out of 3 set contest. And I'm looking for a lot of shot making and hard hitting. All four of these women are very versatile and good at all facets of the game.
Yeah, we have a great matchup here. B. Lopez is a brand new player to the game, but a lot of skills. And Liz Cruz, of course, a multiple national champion. And Hanisch Zubori, 2-time national champions together. Did not win last year, though, so they're coming out on fire this year. And to me, they've added like some elements to their game that they're playing a little more aggressively at certain spots and less predictably, not just individual patterns. Hanisch is doing more offense that I've seen, recently. So this should be an interesting matchup to see. Cruz is a patient player, got a great backhand, but she pretty much lobs and then waits for that backhand drive or the drive she can make. Hanisch Zubori have been a ton of shot making. Lopez is fast. She's a good ball striker.
Yeah. And, I mean, Hanisch and Zubori, they lost in the finals of Baltimore to Sakura and Morgan in the first tournament of the season, and they've been flawless ever since. And their opponents have played 2 tournaments together and have had some good results. So let's see how it goes. Liz Cruz serving.
All right, good soft low volley there. Zubori tries to hit a tough shot from below the net. Hard to roll that ball down in there, and Cruz wisely lets it go.
You see Cruz staying back there. She didn't want to contend with the Zubori return. We'll see. I'm sure they're gonna change up positions on serve because Hanisch and Zubori are excellent returners.
Yeah, I think we're going to see her staying back a lot. I like Hanisch. If you get a frontal view of it, she's probably currying some support. Hanisch and Zubori. They got the matching visors and the matching sweatshirts and the matching space. So they win the overall matching thing because there's no matching visor on the other side. But not only that, they're sporting Detroit Lions wear, which is going to go down big with the hometown crowd here.
Yeah, way to play to your crowd.
That's smart. Look at that. And I'm pretty sure it was well thought out. So kudos to them. Great return and blitz, and taking the return of serve right out of the way. A couple of Just loose errors here in this first game.
Yeah, and I mean, Zubori is known for her sort of mercurial talent, and she has every shot in the book, and sometimes she strings some errors together, but she's really cut that down, and it's not that often that you see her make a lot of mistakes. I mean, it's so early. Often, you know, the beginning of a match is spotty, but I think we'll see her clean that up pretty quickly.
Oh yeah, these guys haven't even broken a sweat yet. They're just still getting underway here. What I've seen from Lopez, though, she's been a pretty quick study about what to do. She's good in the screens quickly, pretty good. From a lot of players take a bunch of years to start developing it. Nice shot there.
I agree. I was very impressed with her ability in the screens for someone who's been playing competitively for such a short time. And she's quick, but not quick enough for that one.
No, that was a tough lob there. Really short. Not even sure it was a lob, but easily put away there. Yeah, I like the medium to hard overheads at Cruz. Make her keep moving and spinning. Cruz is like great at controlling the points. Good movement there from Lopez. But if you can get Liz Cruz to move her one position and move her again, so like a roller at the body that moves her out of position, then hard overhead to the side, a third panel smash, get her to the middle, and get her chasing a little. If you can't get her chasing, it's really hard to get Liz Cruz to miss. She just doesn't miss.
Mm-hmm. And she places the ball so well and is such a smart player. Like they're working on Hanisch.
Oh, good shot there. Little let cord winner. Brings it to deuce. Good ball. I mean, they were in good position, too. There's really nothing you can do about that let cord shot. It's tough. Good roller there from E. Lopez.
See Zubori looking to get into the point.
Oh, goodness.
Wow. Wow. That is 2 let cord winners in a row.
Yep. I mean, they make a difference. Somehow, I don't know anyone who's ever gone, I got so many let cords. They always seem to go against you. But right now, they're certainly going for Zubori. That's 2 in a row. Brings them to break point. So they're going to take that net again. And, ooh, rips that backhand.
They got out of that game. Yeah.
Yeah, it's normally a very reliable shot for her. I got no problem with her taking that screen drive there. She just didn't come up with that one. All right, so fortunate, good break. Couple let cords at the right time. And they're off to the races.
Look, Cruz Lopez lost that game, but they're right now they look like they're right in there. It's not easy to stay with Hanisch Zubori either. I mean, they play at such a fast pace with so much. There's a lot of spins. There's a lot going on, and they intimidate a lot of people.
Oh, for sure. That's going to be the biggest thing. Can they keep up with Hanisch Zubori?
Yeah.
They have more attacking overheads than most of the other teams out there. When you give them an average overhead, they can attack you a little bit more. A little more spin, good rollers, moving the ball away, and they close the net off well, plus the offense from the backcourt.
And it's always worth mentioning that both Hanisch and Zubori have very good, hard-to-attack, reliable serves.
Yeah, they hit hard, more challenging
Ooh.
balls, and there's a good cut ball. That's a perfect shot. That ball is sort of dropping low and landing in there, and I think right now Cruz has hit 2 of those, and in both cases been a drop shot winner the first time, and the second time it was just that cut winner. So she's going to take those out of the playbook or make sure she hits them. Those other guys are way off the net. You got to set them up. All right, so there's
Yeah, you can't hit an off-pace drive when someone can do that.
Yeah, there's a couple of those spin overheads making a difference right away. One was the cut winner there, and the one before spun right into Cruz's body. We didn't really take a look at the draw there. We do have it. We can bring it up, but neither team had much of a go to get here. It was kind of cool to see. There it is really quickly on your screen. That Mirta Mullenveld back in the draw, director here at the Birmingham Athletic Club, Michigan now, but she was out for basically almost like 2 years, really. And it's great to see her back in the draw, playing with Jessica Guillot. First time out doing any of this stuff in a long time, so very cool to see. Not quite tournament ready, but just great to see her out there.
Welcome back. Welcome back, Mirta. Everyone is happy to have you back.
Oh, that's a ball right there from Lopez. Great shot. And I think actually Zubori was a little surprised. Lopez hit that from her back heel, gave it a good grunt, and just fired it right by her. Well, she's missed 2 so far, but she's also forced about 3 or 4 errors. So that's the whole thing with an overhead like that. She will miss a couple, but it's the risk reward. You know, the key is the reward she's getting from the spin errors is going to outweigh, hopefully, in the long run, the occasional misses.
Break point.
Lopez creeping in on that down-up overhead. I like it. Yeah, but there's the spin. She's got to wait for that ball to hit the screen, and then it'll check right there. She got a little confused, tried to cut it off. She wasn't sure how it was going to come. But, again, they're just going to have to lob better. You know, there's a lot of lobs right now that are sitting inside that service box.
Right, it's hard to hit those spin overheads on deep lobs.
Yeah, she won't get the same action, number one. Number two, the opportunities, you know, will be much more that she might miss it. Tough one. She just didn't quite get over there. And it was kind of like a half a swing. You know, she did a little punch drive there. If you're going to hit it like that, got to make them play it. Don't try to make it too good. Yeah, Lopez, good job here, but she's all these lobs are right down the middle. Great if she could get one down the line.
Yeah.
All right, that wasn't a bad look there. I like it. Good she's competing hard in there.
2 competitive games. The Cruz Lopez were right in there, but they have nothing to show for it. And as we know, Hanisch Zubori are excellent front runners, so Cruz and Lopez have to get on the board here.
A little long. She's going for a big jump serve, challenging serve. I like that. Yeah, a few just errors out of the Cruz corner right now. A little uncharacteristic. She has not made. She missed the one backhand drive she took. There's 2 forehand drives there. You know, we talk about the margins for error on a win and a loss. We're just gonna have to clean them up. I got no problem with her hitting them. She's gonna have to work the kinks out in this early going if they want to compete here, because you know, in terms of like cut overheads, spin overheads, and the damage overheads can do, that exists much more on the side of Hanisch and Zubori.
Right.
So they're going to get a few more extra points that way. Oh, that's a great look. Yeah, absolutely perfectly done. The lob up the line gets Cruz off the net. She has her off the net, hits the ball down. I mean, everything was right except she missed the transition volley. But perfect play there. Going to go in their favor plenty. Yeah, Zubori's brought that into her game this year, that two-handed backhand.
Yeah.
And she's hitting it reasonably well. You know, she didn't break it out much in the past, and it's a real difference maker. To me, if you could bang it into her screen in the past some of the time and try to make her beat you with the backhand, it was a good play. But if she's got that two-hander over there, it's just another tool in their weapon belt. That's why they're the #1 team in the country. Nice transition play. You see, they're so practiced at that stuff, Zubori and Hanisch. You can see Hanisch going back and Zubori going right on top of the net, but not afraid to do so because she knows that behind is covered by her partner. And that's the teamwork that they take all the way to having the complete matching outfits. I mean, every single game so far has been right here at deuce. Just come down to that little X factor that Hanisch and Zubori have. One less error, one more offensive cut overhead.
Oh, missed it.
Yeah, a couple faults in this game. Looming large here at break point.
What a great lobber Hanisch is.
Yeah, she lobs so well. And she has the ability to control the point with a lob. She'll move it left, move it right, try to create some seams. But the thing that I think she's doing better this year is actually looking for opportunities to hit the ball after she creates them. In the past, sometimes she'd get too locked into just doing that. You know, now she's moving the opponents around more like chess pieces, taking the drive. And that little chip shot there brought her in. Oh, and, you know, it's just that one little error, one little ingredient. Deuce game every time, but they're down 3-love.
Yeah, I mean, they've had plenty of opportunities to win games, too. It's disheartening for them. But, you know, they'll keep plugging away, and matches like this have a way of going up and down. But they're going to have to, they've dug a hole for themselves here in this first set.
Oh, no question. I mean, it's just a ball or two here and there. We always talk about the margins for error. This will be, you know, they just have to get their first game in the match, and then it kind of starts from there. I mean, you can't really say, are they doing anything wrong, or, you know, this is, you know, how they're playing is completely wrong. They're just not executing certain things.
They're not executing, yeah.
And definitely, but Lopez has got some offense. She can move it around. Her lobs are not controlled yet. She kind of lacks the ability to kind of move the ball down the line, move the ball across court. She's more surviving in the back screen, but, you know, again, very new player. Basically, I think it's really her first kind of year of playing. Maybe she played a little last year, but
yeah. Yeah, I mean, and it's tough to play the screens when you're playing Hanisch and Zubori because there's so many different things coming at you. So she's doing a really good job.
ooh, right on the line, hit the seam. Good job there from Cruz tracking it. That was wide.
Move.
Yeah, you don't see a ton of blitzes out of Liz Cruz there. That was a good little
she
sneak
surprised
attack.
Me. Yeah.
A little sneak attack.
You see Zubori just close right on top of the net, looking for the drive.
Oh, there they go.
Record went against her that time.
Yeah, but defending there, triple break point. Just get on the board, break through. I love how they made her win that point. Ball was good, I believe, overruled, called out, overruled by the umpire, Rob Laboon. So 15-40 now, hit the top of the net. So one break point saved. Yeah, but as she had...
She's got to get rid of that off-pace shot. She's got to put it away.
She's 0 for 3 on it, and she's hitting it like this half. I mean, funny enough, she does have a semi-western forehand that she hits, but she's not comfortable. She's always been much more comfortable hitting that two-hand backhand, Cruz.
Yep.
And in many times when she's played, I mean, she's absolutely got, I think she has 3 national championships, doesn't she, Liz? Yeah. You know, and primarily, many of the times she played, you know, she would do it also with a partner with some dynamic offense here and there.
Got it.
All right, so
on the board.
There it is. Good break for them. And we still have some men's round of 16 matches coming in. Humphrey Zanasis Konigman take the second set against Ong and Steinman 7-5, so they're a set apiece. That match is going to close in on 3+ hours, I'm guessing. So real battle there in the men's round of 16 action. Chicago team of Ong and Steinman against the number 4 seeds who, you know, had a great breakout year last year, breaking their way to top 4, and this year it's been a little trickier. They got a little bit more of a target on their back.
Yeah, people get to know you. They get to know your game. It's not as, you're not as new.
Oh, that's a great spot from Zubori. And, you know, the accepted or common wisdom would be hit that ball deep to the player back. But Zubori sees the spot, sees that Cruz is off the net. She rips a forehand right at her and makes her reach for a forehand volley. That's tough. Tough situation that she put her in there. She's got to get that drive to dip down below the net, but instead, Hanisch is hitting the ball above the net and slamming it down at B. Lopez. That's tough. Yeah, they got the break, but quickly right back, and they got to start placing those overheads a little differently. Put some air on it, get the ball deeper, probably in there more towards the middle, towards the backhand of Hanisch. Yeah.
Well, that was a quick game.
Yeah, but those shots that they used there were not controlling the positioning of the court there, and they just got rolled. You know, it was a quickie, and none of the balls that they made there.
Brad, Volley is a proud sponsor of the APTA. As the first AI-enabled training experience, Volley modernizes racket sports by delivering the on-demand dynamic system for live play training and better workouts. Volley creates a community to connect pros and players while giving users personalized performance insights to track progress and customize their practice. Ask your pro about a Volley lesson today. For more information, visit getvolley.com.
Yeah, that machine is really cool. They got a demo out here of the machine. They might try to get some court time out, but very cool. I certainly am looking into bringing it. Oh, you know, right now, that's been the source of a few of the points they're getting is a couple of the errors, but just going to have to clean up a couple little things. You know, Cruz has either got to start executing those drives better or just put them in her back pocket. Lopez is sticking the ball enough where it's not that off-pace drive. She's hitting it. Now that one, she had him bailing. She just hit it out. But the off-pace drive has hurt him, and then sort of the inability. That shot right there is killing him because not only Lopez gets it, but look, she's toast, right? Yeah, so the off-pace drive right now is not helping. They're going to have to put that in the pocket. She's got to either hit it or put up the lob. And the second thing that's hurting them a little is just their ability to sort of control the lobs here from the backcourt. Lopez can get a strike if she's able. And she's got enough offense to do some damage. Key is, can they get that?
There goes Cruz again with the thinking about blitzing.
Yeah, she was making the moves. Lob just drifted a little long.
And that's a great thing about Liz Cruz. She's always thinking. She's, you know, she feels like what they're doing isn't working. She's going to try something else.
Yeah, and Liz Cruz is also extremely positive partner. All these guys are, actually. They're great partners. Just killer there. The anticipation, she was all over that. Wasn't even a bad drive. She was just right on top of it. Quick replay here from Cal.
Yeah, Lopez is going to have to hit behind her because she's leaning.
Yeah, this is a tough little spot because you mentioned it before, Lauren. These guys are front runners, and when they get loose, that's the one good thing that can happen when they get loose. They might make a couple of loose errors. They get loose, make a couple of loose errors, but oftentimes they just start firing, and you know that forehand of Zubori just can come at you. You know, in terms of like the pace. I mean, just look at that, just a rifled shot with the blitz behind it. It's too much to handle.
Yeah, sometimes when Zubori hits that forehand, it makes a sound that is not like a regular forehand.
Yep, sadly over time, my forehand makes it's like a squishy sound now. You know, like you step in like wet grass? That's what my forehand sounds like.
It's the opposite of the whack that hers makes.
Yeah, squishy sound, yeah. Sorry. That's what I say to my partners. Sorry about that. She's not ready. She's looking forehand volley there, and she just tees it up, puts it in her frame. That's the problem when you start using too many forehand volleys. Yeah. When the hard one comes and you have to flip it, it's very difficult.
She is hitting Lopez hitting a ton of forehand volleys. I've watched her a bit this year, and I don't remember. I mean, I'm guessing she's always done it, but I didn't notice it as much as today. It's very obvious.
Yeah, no, it's about 75% forehand volleys. Yeah. She's actually looking for it.
40, 30.
It's not that he can't do it. It's just hard to play the position together next to each other, and it's hard to cover your body when somebody hits it at your body, right at your framework. So you end up having to move away from the ball a lot when you do it. And those are the negatives. The cons, you know. It's just too good. But again, the overheads are drawing weak lobs and uncontrolled lobs, and then she's able to get the ball deep in there, force the weak lob, then cut it short.
Yeah, it's a lot of the same pattern over and over. The lobs get shorter and shorter.
Yeah, that's just a backhand. What a difference maker that's going to be. If you try to go in hard to her backhand corner, she takes out that two-hander.
You see Hanisch drawing Cruz all the way behind Lopez.
All right, I like it. Fired up. Let's get this game, she's saying.
That's it, Miss Lopez.
40-15. There's another great blitz. Deuce. You know, they're going to have to deal with that play. They've done it 3 out of the last 4 times.
They're going to have to try to play eye or stay back or do something different.
Right, mix it up a little bit for sure. And I think actually, honestly, I think Cruz can get like an inch from the net and see if you can make a cutoff on a volley and have Lopez stay back. And there's another blitz play, that time behind a really good lob. And now we're at set point number 2. All right, stays back that time. Little different plan, I like it. I'd still put Cruz literally right on top of the net where she does nothing but tries to volley down. But Deuce here, good smart play there.
Advantage, Miss Lopez.
All right. I love it. Love the positive energy there from Liz Cruz. Keep fighting. She is a fighter, constant fighter. And huge.
Staying back, took away the target, and they held. Still have a long way to go this set, but that was a very, very positive step for them.
Well, I like the fact that they changed their service strategy for sure, and clearly it made a difference in the game. But like you said, still a long way back, because the balance of play right now is definitely dictated. And even there, you know, Lopez and Cruz were able to get the game, but it was 2 missed returns from Zubori and a missed high forehand from Hanisch. So, hey, look, you always count on some errors from your opponent, and when you get them, it's great. But their ability to win shots on their paddles, it's been much more in the favor of Hanisch and Zubori, clearly.
Right, well, Hanisch and Zubori have plays that are working for them, and we haven't seen that to be the case from Lopez and Cruz.
Yeah, Lopez stuck a couple of drives, but and most of them, even the ones they've got, have either been cut off or, you know, transitioned back. And, but, you know, still a couple of good looks. But they have basically 0 putaways with overheads, you know, forcing a screen miss from Hanisch and Zubori. Good communication in the backcourt on the ball near the crease. Zubori easily moves to the middle. Something all top teams need to do. You need to be able to control the crease, just a little long. You also, for years, you know, before they started bringing it out, the big weapons of those hard rolling overheads, people have learned how to deal with that. And now you're starting to see in the women's game spin creep in, but it's really only at this I mean, Hanisch Zubori a little bit, Anika a little bit. You know, actually Hanisch Zubori a bit, and then Anika kind of a bit, and then really, I guess you would say Kiro and or Burush now, and Elliott also a little bit, and those are, you know, three of the top teams. And the huge roller, of course, always for years now. Nicolescu's been using it, but she hasn't really branched into anything that she's cutting. It's always usually more of the hard roller. But
It's hard with her grip a little bit.
Well, I mean, she'd have to learn to change it for sure. Yeah, I mean, without a doubt. She's hitting a semi-western. You're not going to hit a cut overhead with a semi-western overhead, you know, the semi-western grip.
But, you know, Nicolescu used to just dominate with that roller, and like you said, people have learned to deal with it now. It's just not as terrifying.
Oh, it still does a lot of damage, but the players at the top for sure have made a, you know, well, they had to make a concerted effort. She won full national champions, a couple of national championships with it, where people were just chasing all the time. It was a good look there. Nice blitz and a little bit smart. She hit that overhead down a little firmer. She recognized her coming in. It's a lot bit smart, actually, you know, forcing error. And again, that half-pace return is, but see how they're scrambling now? They're just in trouble.
Yeah.
They've righted the ship there, so good job. And Lopez showing the power. Great drive there. Gets it on Hanisch's forehand side. Break point. Winning a couple of shots on their paddles there. That's crucial for going forward for these guys.
Good lob.
Oh, she called it out?
Oh.
Sorry. I know. I thought I just
Yeah, it was interesting because she said back, and I couldn't tell if she was telling Hanisch to come back.
I thought she was telling Hanisch to come back. I
Yep,
was like, oh,
she
that's
called
a great
it
lob.
out.
Yeah.
And I apparently confirmed by the umpire it was off our screen, so we couldn't see it. But we're at deuce here. See, what I'm looking for now, also a little bit from Cruz and Lopez, is watch her paddle. There, the ball just spins a little away from Cruz. They're confused. Cruz looks like she's playing it, but then it ends up going to Lopez. She's misplayed the spin. All right, set point here. Here comes the blitz. She called it out, but a little late. That's a great job, and there it is. Game and first set to Hanisch and Zubori. And we'll be right back in just a moment after these messages right here on the APTA YouTube channel presented by CPTC.
So what really interested me about the trainer was the endless opportunities with it. I've gone through a couple ball machines in my career before, and this really was a technologically advanced machine that I've never seen before. Digging into it a little more in depth, I really found the opportunities to use it in my advantage. All right, ladies, just 1 minute, we'll get started. Always trying to recreate these tennis ball machines into paddle ball machines to practice, and this was the first thing on the market that really came out. We have a robust membership here, very active in the paddle community, and I think the volley is going to kind of put us over top as a program. All right, ladies, welcome. All right, today we're going to go over our side back screens. So we've got the volley trainer out here with us today. We'll have two on this side hitting. So the cool part about the volley is during lessons when I'm able to use it is I really get a more in-depth connection with my clients. So when I have a lesson out on the court, I can set up the volley to feed a screen, and I don't have to be on the other side of the court kind of yelling to them what they need to change, what they need to do while I'm hitting. I'm really using my, my time with them right next to them to make those changes quicker so they can have more success in the long term. Bridget's on the net, Robin sliding over. We are going to be beat by this cross-court lob a lot. I'm Blake Anderson, Director of Rackets at Fairmont Country Club. Try the volley at your club and you won't regret it.
All right, welcome back to the APTA Tour. We are live from the Orchard Lake Country Club, bringing you the 2024 Detroit Invitational Grand Prix, where our #1 seeds just took the first set 6-2 against Cruz and Lopez. And first 3 games were like all at deuce and could have had a spot here or there, but they're just controlling the tempo of the play. The spin's making a difference. Anything you've seen out there, or changes they need to make for Lopez and Cruz in this second set?
Yes, well, I think as we've now said repeatedly, Liz Cruz has to put away that sort of off-pace shot because Hanisch and Zubori are just standing on top of the net and cutting it or dropping it. So she's got to get rid of that. I thought in the last couple games, Cruz and Lopez did a better job of creating offense. They lobbed better. They hit some good drives and they had a few blitzes. So they need to find a way to control the action and not let Hanisch Zubori, because for a lot of that first set, Cruz Lopez were forced to just react.
Yeah, and it goes even further, like that off-pace drive, what it's doing, they're seeing it, and they're cutting it off, and then really she's just volleying the ball short, and then they start pulling them out of position, and once they get them moving, then the cutover has become even more devastating. Really, Cruz and Lopez have to play for better position, get them off the net, lob better, and then look for their strikes. Every time she's hit that off-pace drive, I don't know if you remember at all, I don't think she won a single point, and I can see it directly related to her losing like 6 or 7, you know, yeah. And that's clearly not a ratio that's going to win where you have a tiny window or margin for error of winning this match anyway. You know, Hanisch and Zubori, whenever they've been able to move them out of position, you know, they've basically been able to dictate the points. But Lopez does have a big forehand, and they can stick in here if they make a couple little adjustments and just execute a little better.
And as we said, I mean, Cruz and Lopez have a great attitude. They're going to remain positive. They're going to go in here with a fresh start, and hopefully we'll see some great paddle here in the second set.
Well, they had game points in another 2 or 3 games. It's not like it was, you know, just all one way. But too many of them, you know, points. You know, clearly, Hanisch and Zubori are winning many more points on their paddles, meaning on the shots they're hitting, the drives or the overheads right now than Cruz and Lopez are. And that's a great shot right at the crease. She didn't see it going there. Should have blocked it probably. Anytime you think it's going in there, you got to protect that corner. Or you got to call for help.
Let's see. An interesting thing about our view here, it's so easy to see when the ball is going into the crease, much easier than when you're playing, but it's so obvious from this vantage point.
Yeah, I think it's a crucial moment as you get better and better. Anytime a ball gets hit, and that was a really good strike there from Zubori, and, you know, a couple of quick misses there, one missed volley and a missed overhead there from Lopez, and they just capitalize. And it's a great job, but you know, you want to make a line, like almost wherever your opponent's hitting the overhead from, you can draw a line from that position to the corner, and any ball that's kind of, you can sort of mentally do it, and you have that sort of in the background of information you're trying to take with you as the point continues on. See, and there again, though, the off-pace drive, it actually gets an error there, but it's hurt him so much more. That drop volley, if it goes in, it's going to pull Lopez out of position, and then they're going to be off to the races, having a chase. Those balls right here, you can see from this angle, those are going right at the crease. Good blocks there from Lopez.
Good deep lob, and a look at the blitz.
Yeah. See Cruz sneaking in a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, just too good. But it started when they speeded up the point and she took a volley low, you know, and then the point just got out of hand in 1 second after that. I think my point on this whole thing is, I don't mind you're looking forward, but that's actually another thing. Really play for time and position here. You know, make sure you're only making the moves when these guys are well behind the service line. Lob better. Don't force any of this action. Whenever the forcing is happening, it's going the other way. But it's tough. Hanisch and Zubori aren't, you know, they'll give you a few like that. Hanisch is, I mean, Zubori's probably missed, what, 4 or 5 overheads, right?
Yep. Yep.
But she's also hit 5 or 6, like 7 or 8 winners on the cuts and the spins and the other things. So she's clearly on the plus side in all of it. But if they could lob a little better and control it, they would take some of that out of it. She actually goes for the behind-the-back volley.
I would have liked to see her make that volley, that tough
cool.
volley off that drive.
She does it all the time.
Yeah, I mean, Hanisch Zubori make you feel rushed, and that's why you have to lob better. You have to give yourself more time, because they're very happy when they can make you feel rushed. It's that one didn't do much, that spin.
All right.
Game, Cruz, Lopez. Games are 1-all, second set.
All right, good job. They got to capitalize here yet. Now, that one was a good game, but 2 or 3 of those errors were on Hanisch Zubori going for their shots, going for the drop shot, going for a cut little winner there. Those things are going to happen. So now the key is capitalize, play a tough, good game here. Get a hold. It would be amazing. Imagine just getting a lead, right, for 1 second in this match. What a different feeling that'll be than playing from behind the entire time. So this will be their first opportunity to do that. It's going to come off hot, yeah. And she bails. Good play.
Yeah, bailed early.
Whoa!
Ooh, 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 ooh.
She's down. She's up.
She's up.
She's checking her hand. Everything else. It's a little disconcerting when that happens, but play goes on. You know, and then she misses that one, but she needs a moment here, I think. She put her hand down. I think she caught an edge, and then her hand went onto the surface. They're going to check on her because
She probably cut her hand.
a great sport. Certainly scraped it up a little bit. She's, you know, kind of sucking on it now, getting the, kind of relieving some of the pain. Well, that's what's happening. But you know, but and then, yeah, I've had that happen a few times. The court, of course, is very abrasive. She's right back at it. She's not taking any extra time. And she had a pretty good forehand there. Get that lob up. See, the lobs are getting weaker.
Yeah.
Now we're starting to chase. Yep, here we go.
It's like a drill.
And then the cutter, but this one she doesn't execute that well. Nicely done, fighting it.
How psyched is she after being just
They're laughing.
yo-yoed around there?
Yeah, they're laughing. Every time she started breaking in, waiting for the drop, they bounced it over her head. And said, you know, she just didn't execute the shot, Zubori. She hit those cutters that land short. That one popped up a little bit, and it gave Lopez the chance to attack it. So way to hang in there. It's kind of a great angle, too. We could see her go in, come back right into that corner there, hitting these waterfalls behind her.
I like that she came in with her backhand there, but it didn't help her.
Yeah, good return at the feet there, 30-15. So I think it's a crucial game if they could just get ahead for a half second.
Here we go again. Good lob.
that ball's a little low.
Yeah, and no pace on it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, no pace. It's not coming off. Cruz got a great backhand off the screen, but she's usually really disciplined, waiting for the harder one. And that was sort of her hallmark when she was, winning her national championship. She would just put it up there, and finally you'd overplay something, and then she would make you pay. Oh, that's good setup lob there. Dangerous ball, but she gets away with it. Goes into the Hanisch forehand. She's got a good look, just nets it. This is a huge moment here. Just capitalize, get a lead, take these errors.
played a good point there. It was a little bit of everything in that point, yeah.
It was a moment that got a bail. Good hands. Blitz play again, just coming in to haunt them. When they won the game the last time when Lopez served, she stayed back 2 or 3 times, and it made a huge difference for him. That time she's playing a half volley from short. Yeah. Just changes the look sometimes. I think I recommend
and it
that.
Takes away the target. Yep.
The next time she's serving to Zubori. Like that play. Wow, just another score on our 4-seed Humphreys Zasas Koenig against Ang and Steinman is 1-1 in the third set. That thing's going to go well past the 3-hour mark. You know, so whoever's playing them is going to be waiting a good couple of hours. Oh, she tracked it down just so hard in a small court to put the ball up over the net and in. She had an open space, too. Didn't have to make it that good. Just pushed it a little long, running forward. You also have all that momentum working against you, so it takes a little extra touch. See if she stays back here or what they do. The blitz has been killing them. Oh, she came in, but that time Zubori just missed it. See, I'd actually put Cruz right on the net once in a while and have Lopez stay back. And if they lob Cruz, fine, you know, and have Cruz see what she can cut off in the middle. And then make your way up in there. They got to do 3 or 4 different strategies here. I think keep mixing it up is good. I like this look here, too. I don't like the fact that, yes, they're still leaving a player out there to dry. She should have lobbed that second ball unless she has the better look. Tough.
Yeah, and again, Hanisch eye isn't necessarily so great because she really is so comfortable hitting that forehand down the line.
Yeah, well, I think they should have done tee. Serve up the tee is the real key to that. You know what I mean? Right. It should have been, that's a tough one. Now they're behind again, 2-1. I thought that was such a crucial game for them. They had 4 few opportunities. But, yeah, like we said, the I formation, the play itself is good. But when you do it, you got to serve the ball up the tee. So the ball, you can't serve it out wide unless you're anticipating staying back, because that just lays in the down-the-line return for them. All the angles work in the returner's favor there. So that's the trick on that one there. And then when she got in there quickly, she also has a good angle to cut off the next ball that's coming.
That's a frustrating game for Cruz Lopez.
Oh, I think it's a crucial game for them. They've just been behind the whole match. And this has sort of been the story. They're getting a few points. They're getting the juice, you know. Because now they got to break just to kind of just even this thing up, right? And then they're going to have to fight through the next hold. But there is a reason why Hanisch and Zubori are the #1 seeds.
Yeah, and the leaders of the APTA Cup with a lot of money at stake there.
And there was another good look at the drop volley. She missed her last two, and I think Hanisch was admonishing herself. She needed to close in, just get closer to the net there. She had that shot, and the drop has been a killer for him. But she was too far away and just netted it.
Next drive.
Yeah, she can hit the ball for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
Here we go. Local legend Robert Mylod coming into the booth here. He's no longer playing platform tennis because he's exhausted all the local competition. No one left for him to play with. He even has wins over Cosgrove and Parks. But this match, you know, I see these lobs I love. That's a short one there, but they're getting up in there. And see, that's one of the difference makers in the match right there, is when they can speed that play up, Hanisch and Zubori, their advantage goes up threefold, right? When they can make the other team get out of position. That hard overhead there right there just ends the points. Again, the blitz move, but she's getting the ball at her feet. And Hanisch and Zubori are not really hitting, you know, usually you want to use the blitz move off the lob on a push, sort of high push overhead. Hanisch and Zubori are only taking balls from up and hitting them either down, or they're letting them drop and pushing them through the court. They're not really hitting any of those pillow type overheads. That's usually when you're breaking it out. Just too far away for that.
Bad footwork, that far away. I mean, look, Zubori will do that. She'll get way behind. She'll come way behind Hanisch, and on a very deep ball, she'll try to hit an overhead like that, and she gets herself into trouble. So, I mean, if you can pull her out and hit the lobs deep, you're gonna get some errors from her.
Oh, nice get from Lopez. Nice. Good transition play. Oh!
Too bad.
Great little spot she finds there. She holds the ball and flips the ball down the line, catches Lopez on the forehand side, leaning to the middle. That's the first, I think, winner she's gotten with that chip short. That time she struck it a little firmer, got it down low. Wasn't able to be cut off by Zubori. Put a little more on it. I like this, though. They're controlling the lobs better. They're making them have to think a little here. Oh!
It's a nice ball to try that off of. She had Hanisch hitting that off her back feet, and it sat up in the screens.
Still love those Detroit Lions sweatshirts there. Smart move. Smart move. I didn't actually really think about it, but they thought this thing all the way through. That's actually Detroit Lions colors they're wearing. You know, I wasn't even thinking that through. They got the whole thing going on. It's sort of like the gray, silver, and blue. You know, I was like, that is well played. #1 seeds plus getting the advantage. Oh, that's well done.
So good. So good.
Held it, little cut. But I like the way these points are developing here for Lopez and Cruz better. I mean, everything, again, you know, it's a good match. It's hard fought. It's really the biggest difference is anytime it comes down to these deuce games. How many deuce games do you think we've had, Lauren?
I think we've had at least 6.
Yeah,
5 or
I would
6.
say 6. You know, and, you know, so about half the games almost have been deuce games, maybe a little more. And, you know, I'm not sure if they won one, maybe one, right?
Maybe one.
It's coming down to it. Oh, snuck that just long. Top of the net, so 2 faults on game points. All right. See, she likes that forehand. She's setting up for it more because she'll stand in the middle of the court. I'm not sure why she doesn't stand a little bit wider and look for more of the backhand volley, the backhand drive for Cruz. But maybe she doesn't want to pull herself out of position at all. She's afraid of the middle serve if she does that. Bob, is there any truth to the rumor that there's a players' party tonight at your house at the Mylots? A rager. Okay, perfect. DJ, the whole works. Nice enough to house about 4 or 5 of us here in the tournament. And a couple of them are hoping to be playing tomorrow. Actually, I
I'm not
assume
sure
they're
how
all
she
hoping
missed
to be
that
playing
volley.
tomorrow. I mean, she was right on top of the net, just hanging with her face 2 down.
I don't know.
Exactly what she was looking for. A huge moment here. Oh, goodness. 2 faults, and finally they come out on top in a deuce game here. 2-all. The big consolidation now.
And that's why you have to stay close, because you can, you know, you can get a bunch of errors. You can get let chords that go your way. You have to keep yourself in a position to take advantage of that.
I love what I'm seeing here now. Oh, misread that. Great drive there from Hanisch. From Cruz, though, and Lopez. They're making them work,
Great.
and they're keeping this tight. And I think that's the key, because this can go, in a heartbeat, it can go the other way, though. You know, Cruz and Lopez have got to just keep this tight. Imagine if they could have had
a great backhand from Cruz that we were talking about. She finally got one.
It was a good look, put in a great spot, made you know, Zubori reach for it. They keep this thing tight. Now they're doing 2 back. I love it. Use as many service strategies as you want. And I think keep the looks different, keep it tight. And you see there Hanisch right away. They're just pushing it in. It's Hanisch starting at the net. And they're going to play from this backcourt. They're just going hard. Yep, she's got to chase. Now, the mistake Lopez made there was chasing also, but the problem is she's not sure if she needs to go get it on the other side of the court.
Right, she's not sure Cruz is going, right.
This Cruz is getting it, so that was the problem
Yeah.
there. So it was a great setup, and I love that hard overhead at Cruz because it just anytime they pull these guys out of position or make them start to run or chase, it's been generally in their favor.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, Cruz and Lopez could just not give away any quick points, either on a quick error or on a on a point that ends quickly with a cutter or a drop shot. They're gonna make things really tough for Hanisch and Zubori. But
there you go. You hear Zubori saying that it was not a smart play and she needs to be smarter.
big point here.
Zubori's great. She definitely always speaks what's on her mind. Always.
Yes.
All right, here we go again. Another tight game here, another big point. Stretch her out again. It's just so close. Still playing from behind, though. That's the key.
In collaboration with the APTA, Fusion is at the forefront of personalized gear and apparel. Backed by a team of seasoned industry experts, we provide exclusive access to high-end products from top-tier retail brands, all poised for customization with your club logo, team name, or corporate branding. Our streamlined approach guarantees a hassle-free shopping experience, complemented by custom online storefronts and swift ordering. Visit www.gearbyfusion.com and let Fusion seamlessly weave your branding into elite merchandise.
Yeah, it's every time they make these great little stands, but they still have not gotten ahead yet. And it's just got to wear on you. But I love how they fight, and that's always been just sort of like, you can always count on that from Liz Cruz. She's a tough fighter, tough competitor in all situations. All right, just a little cutter there. I would say they're using cutters probably 10 times more than any other team. Do you think any team's even close, even like Kiro Elliott?
No,
nobody's really even close. They're attempting at about 10 times higher rate than the other teams. It's creeping its way into the women's game. It's slowly but surely getting there. But it really exists mostly with these guys using it the most. And then the others are kind of experimenting here and there. And it's been effective. They've made plenty of errors too, but it's been effective.
They have. And they have to be careful because, it's like a drop shot. Sometimes it becomes a crutch, you just want to end the point. But I certainly think that it's been a plus, way more than it's been a minus for them in this match.
And on balance, even if it's only 50-50, it does the thing of creating a little bit more chaos and movement in the point. And in general, they're one of the most athletic teams out there, and it usually works to their favor.
That is for sure.
Got to shift over to the center a little, and again a missed drop shot.
Right, like she didn't need to drop shot there. I mean, I think she should have hit a volley right at Lopez's feet as she was coming forward.
She could have done either, for sure. I mean, they've missed the last 3 or 4 drops they've played, and it was a huge factor in them winning that first set. They probably won a good 5-6 points with it. Here they're missing them. Which is part of the reason why it's closer. If they had made and executed these 3 or 4 drops even in this set here, it probably wouldn't be, this tight score that it is. Probably 4-1. You hear the giant scream. I think that was Assis Koenig. So they're just battling it out there with Ongenstein and the Chicago team. And Assis Koenig and Humphreys working it out.
Oh, good try. It was a good. She finally committed to the blitz there.
All right, game point for Zubori. Long. Love it. Good potty language after every point from Lopez, from all four players actually. You know, Hanisch is always positive. Seen it from every one of the players out there. Oh, goodness. I don't know, she overthought that one. I think she was going to hit like a last-second quick little drop shot, and just comes down to an error. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, chance for 3-all here, keeping it close. Got to take advantage of these mistakes. You know, they're trying to end points, Zubori and Hanisch. And when you end them, sometimes you end them with your own errors. And that's really been the story of this set. They're continuing to try to end them, but this set they're just missing a lot more of them.
Yeah, and that's why I think sometimes it can be, you can fall into a pattern of overusing it because it's just so tempting to want to end the point.
Well, they haven't gotten to a point where they're behind yet, Lauren. So I think that'll be sort of the marker for them, you know, if they actually fall behind. You know, like they get down 3-4, they lose these next two games. Then it's going to be like, okay, sorry, things are just going to get tighter, you know, and that's when we'll see it become more judicious. And then they'll still pull it out, but things will just be that much more, you know, crucial. And the errors will have to dry up a little bit. But right now they're playing with house money. They're up at set 6-2. They've never been behind in this set. They're up a game now, serving for a 4-2 lead. Even if they lose, it's just tied, and they've broken the last 3 or 4 times. What a good little poke down the line.
Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't want to, if I were Hanisch Zubori, I wouldn't want to give Lopez and Cruz any belief here.
Oh, I'm with you. But I'm saying I think that's the mindset, though. They're still in these end things. Because, strangely enough, it's sort of like you play a match, and it's still, when you're Hanisch and Zubori and you're the #1 seed, they're still the ones in control. They're controlling whether these points are losing or winning. They're missing them now, but they're controlling more of them, right? And, you know, so they're probably, their belief is they're going to keep winning them overall. Only when it gets really tight will they start having to think about it more. And if this thing goes to a battle of just where they take their cutters away and they stop going for the shots, it's actually good for Lopez and Cruz too. They'll be able to sort of settle in and control their lobs a little better, play some good long points. Oh,
that was a nice one.
Yeah, it was a great drop there. She saw it and then just misplayed that screen there, Lopez, and she ended up in a weak shot. All right, game point here. Oh, right there. Got a high volley above the net. It's a swinging backhand volley there. Puts it in the net.
Zubori's missed the last 2 serves to the ad court. Let's see what happens with this one.
She does it. That's what I love about Zubori.
Yeah.
It's a break point down, and she doesn't care. She hits it between her legs. She's the best. You know, at any moment, she's going to have some fun out there, and she's going to play it anyway. And I think it's also sort of a testament to her.
It relaxes her.
Yes, it's to her confidence, and also just kind of allows her to free herself up a little bit. It's amazing, though. That's a good overhead. That's it, stretching them around a little. Oh, goodness.
They were doing a good job moving them around like they've been getting moved around.
That's an unfortunate miss there. Great points.
I don't think Liz Cruz has hit one single forehand drive return.
Oh, well, she's hit that punch drive, but not like a Sandy Western. Right, yeah. Now she's going to transition around her. Great communication there. Oh, goodness. How about that?
That's it, Miss Zubori.
We're going to see this point. I think this one's, well, Hanisch and Zubori are not afraid to go for it at the moment. This is, you can tell the nature of this point. It's tight there. Nobody wants to make the error on this one. Still the big point. That's it. Love. Oh, what a play from Lopez! Oh, great lob down the line. She moves in, one times the backhand, and I tell you, I don't think even Zubori had any idea that she was there.
No, and that is the danger of the waterfall overhead.
Wow, what a great move that was at a big moment.
That's it, Miss Zubori.
All right, quick little tutorial. On her heels on that last one there. And just little levels of experience and playing there.
Yep.
It's just been these deuce games, these moments. All right, so.
And there were a lot of deuces that game, and Lopez did a lot of good things that game, but she just, you know, that was just a little bit of a brain error at the end there.
Yep, so 4-2, finally a little distance for Hanisch Zubori, but love the way Cruz and Lopez are fighting in this set. Love the way they're making it competitive and making it tough on these guys. You know, so it's just a great job from them. I really, it's kind of a, what do you think, a must-win on this game here for them? Keep it close?
I do.
Yeah.
I do. But, you know, you're right, Brad. I mean, so many matches you see Hanisch Zubori just steamroll people, even very good players, and Cruz and Lopez aren't overwhelmed at all. They're making it tough.
Well, Cruz, you know, as we said, you know, multiple national champion. You know, she fights to the end, tough mentally, generally very disciplined player. Oof, love that forehand, slaps it cross court. Her release is so fluid, it's sometimes hard to tell where she's going to go with it. Nice dig there from Lopez. Oh, she thought she would hit a quick little forehand down the line, catch her unawares, but winner volley there from Zubori. Great shot.
Still ahead, 30-15.
That's too good. Just got going too fast. Whenever it gets going fast, they got to lob that thing up quicker and higher so they have time to get back. When it's moving quicker, it's definitely in Hanisch Zubori's favor. All right.
40-30.
Chance to keep it close here.
Look at Lopez just tracking down behind, covering both sides of the court there. Good wheels.
She's fast, Lopez. Really fast. Ooh, just missed. Another deuce game, Brad. Could you imagine if they were playing no ad scoring? They could have played 5 sets by now.
So Osis Koenig and Humphreys, the 4 seeds, pull out a 3-set, 3-hour battle against Steinman and Ong. I was going to Stongman, but great job by them. How about that, 6-2? But I mean, it was a hard-fought 6-2. It was 2-all and battled the whole way. Step forward for Ong this year. He, you know, had some great results, and Steinman's putting his name out there as well. In the Chicago area, he's played with some old legends like Mike Marino, who's still out here doing battle.
Attention, Ms. Lopez.
point here for Lopez. Keep it close. Wow, coming all the way over that forehand. Look at this. Looking to take control, Zubori. Hear all the time from both of them, from Cruz and from Lopez. They're like, dos, uno, tell them 2 screens, 1 screen. So it's a great thing if your partner helps you with the screens that are going in there. It also helps you make help calls. And it keeps you engaged in the point. Keeps falling for that waterfall play. Ooh.
Good volley off a good drive.
Lopez is logging some miles. Great gets. Ooh, that was close. I think
she thought she missed it.
I think she did. I agree with you entirely, Lauren. You could see Hanisch staring at it like, oh, I missed it. But great hold there from Lopez and Cruz, keeping this thing close.
And that's what they got to do. They got to keep it close. They got to hope for a few extra errors, and, anything can happen.
Yeah, that was a great hold. It's been a really gritty performance for them. It's been a really gritty performance because at any moment they could have cracked in here, but they're keeping it close and they're making them work for this. For this quarterfinal match here. And we got Cruz to serve coming up, so they've been doing a lot of serve and stay back. Oh, no, I'm sorry. It's Hanisch serving here.
Yeah, no, Lopez just held. That one she got to hit down on.
Hit it firmer, made it down at her feet. And it was more confident and intentional. The other she was trying to get in, that one she hit.
Yeah, that was more of an offensive return.
Right. It's always a tale of sets, too, when you go in here. Clearly, if I asked you, I don't think you would still take Hanisch and Zubori in this set. They're up 4-3 and whatnot.
Yep.
But in the first set, Hanisch Zubori had about 6 or 7 drop shot winners or ways to move the point around. Those have mostly dried up. The cut winners have mostly dried up. And if anything, Lopez and Cruz are getting errors on those things more than they're getting beat. So that's just great sign. That's sort of the difference. You got to take away what your opponents are doing to you, and then you can add in some points on the other side for yourself, and it's just a completely different set. That's the vintage backhand there from Cruz.
Good deep lobs, and then Zubori overheads are very manageable for Lopez.
Oh, confusion there.
Older, yeah.
She moved over and then went you, and 15-30 now. A little crack here. All right, 2 break points. And of course, right after this, we're going right into men's quarterfinal action. All right, so 4:30, and then after that, women's semifinal. And we're going to have in our men's quarterfinal match coming up, team of Regalado and Salazar, who have just been steamrolling through, you know, competition right and left against Araya McNerney. So a good heavyweight matchup. Salazar played with Nunez in Chicago and gave a good battle, but Araya McNerney took him out in straight sets. So he's playing with Regalado in this one. That'll be a great quarterfinal to watch. A couple of new players who've been on the live stream a lot this year just because the results have been so good against, you know, time-tested team of Araya McNerney. So it's coming up after this. And, of course, these two guys right here playing for a spot in the semifinals.
2 missed serves that game from Hanisch, and we're all tied up.
Yeah, I love it. They really have done a great job allowing, you know, by limiting some of their misses, making it tighter. Like we say, a lot of the way they were winning point in that first set, they're drying up a little.
Those shots are harder and harder to make as the score is closer and closer.
Absolutely. The scoreboard pressure makes a huge difference, and they're tied up again. You know, they've been behind the whole set. They still have never had a single lead.
Now they do. They're up by a point.
Yeah, well, okay, if you want to count that way. Yes, they're up by a single point, 4-4, and they're up 15
behind. They're not behind.
Yeah, that's just true.
Hanisch Zubori may be pressing just a little bit now.
Oh, that's a waterfall from way back in the box.
Yeah. They're just trying to make it happen too quickly.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. They don't, you know, and right now they're making more errors than they are winners, right? Before they were hitting for winners and actually getting them. Now they're making mistakes and not getting the winners. And that is a recipe, of course, for a completely different set, right? Oh, just so fluid up there. In terms of fluidity, is there a player more fluid than Zubori? No. I mean, there are players with other raw power, you know, Kiro's forehand.
Yeah.
You know, or Bursch's forehand, not Bursch now, and but. Oh, they're still up that point there, Lauren. So they're still ahead. They're still ahead in this set. That's a big strike that time. Starting to hit the ball more confidently now, Liz Cruz, as time has gone on.
Oh, good get.
Yeah, but again, it's the problem is she doesn't know if she needs to help her, and then she's got to, if she doesn't have to help her, she's got to go back right away. She's standing up there, which is allowing that to volley behind the. She's making a defensive error there. That's tough play, 30-all. Oh, that is such a smart volley right back at her as she's moving away. And Zubori going to cover the other side. Looking for what you would consider the more likely response.
Cruz and Lopez are pumped up.
Take it.
As they should be.
Yeah, for a 5-4 lead here in this second set. And it's all due to them just fighting, grinding, working it through. A few mistakes out of Hanisch Zubori, but competing so hard.
Come on.
Cruz isn't really committing to that blitz. She's sort of half wandering in.
It's a half a blitz, yeah.
Yeah.
you know, the typical thing is you want to get in, and if they hit it hard and down at your feet, oftentimes you let your partner cover it off the screen. And she's just playing it wherever, but she's standing halfway in. So now we got game point here. And there you go, as it's been kind of the whole match, Lauren, right? It gets to this deuce game and then these moments back and forth, and Zubori and Hanisch just come out on top there, which is, I guess, not a surprise for the #1 seed, you know, but it's been so tight.
I mean, there have been 17 games in this match. I wouldn't be surprised if you told me 15 of them have been deuce games.
Yeah, it feels like that. I don't think it's that many for sure, but it's been a lot, and I would think at least half have, and we should actually go back and actually check it out, you know.
Yeah, we could do that.
But it really, so many points have been in the balance, and there have been so many big moments, and of course, you know, at 6-2-5-4, clearly Hanisch and Zubori have won most of them, you know, and that was another, just a big moment, and it, you know, and it came down to the halfway blitz again. If you had to say the one point that was, you know, sort of the most important one at that moment, you know, she got at her feet, and then from there the game just disappeared.
Yeah, that one and the one, the roller that Liz Cruz chased after, that also Lopez chased after.
Yeah.
That's been a few times that's happened. They're gonna have to clean that up.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the issue on that too is, again, it's Lopez is never sure exactly when she needs to chase and travel to the other side or not. But also, it's just a little experience too, because in the one before where she got caught, Cruz, she knew Cruz had it, and then she still stood up more instead of just going back into repositioning herself while Cruz was getting it. But overall, she's played great and shown nothing but, you know, just great fortitude. And right now here, a couple of wheels coming off, 2 misses there from Cruz. See if she goes to that hard return. She's got a continent. Nope, just lobs it up.
Nice drive.
I love those celebrations. That was great. That was a nice drive. Well played. All right, way back there. She doesn't put any air on it. It's a little too flat and low.
That time she stayed. That's a pretty good vamos. And from 30 love in this game, we have a point for 5 all.
Yeah, a couple of quick errors there from. See, there's the track. Now she's got to be behind her, and she gets that one, and it's 5 all. They keep fighting on.
Second set.
A couple of good smiles there. I love the energy out there from Cruz and Lopez. You know, it's a great situation to be in too, because, you know, you're playing the 1 seeds. You really, in a sense, have nothing to lose, and they're making a great match of it. So let it all out there.
Yeah.
here there from our side view of the second court now. Nunez and Salazar, Nunez and Burrish are out there doing some battle against Frazier and Morgan, Chicago team. Second seeds here.
Floppy butt volley there.
You know, from what looked like it could have been just like a, you know, an hour-long match or just something sort of formulaic, this is a real battle it's coming down to.
Yeah, we're almost at the 2-hour mark.
Oh, this second set's just been fighting the whole way for those guys. And they're reaping the rewards for that. Just the competitive nature of what they're putting out there, saying we're not going to go away. You know, we're going to keep coming. And now, every time they're making an error, they're starting to capitalize. Can they take their first lead in the match? Well, in a set. Obviously still behind a set, but look how far Zubori is willing to go. You got to hit behind her when she goes that far. You have to play behind her.
She was like on the right side of Hanisch's box. I mean, she was all the way over.
All the way over to the single sideline on the deuce side. Just push a ball behind her. You can't go further away from a guy. When a guy's poaching and things like that, you got to play behind. You notice, when's the last time you've seen Hanisch and Zubori hit a cut overhead?
Yeah, no, they haven't done it in a long time.
Right,
and that's
because the scoreboard has changed, and so they're just taking it away. It's a great front runner shot, but they're not fully confident in it. And right now, these points are all too important to leave the chance, so they've got to just play them out there.
But I think the reason they're in this position is because they tried too many of those.
Maybe. Yeah, no, I mean, you're making a great point. It's possible they clearly started missing. I can't even say that all the drop shots they tried for were bad. They just literally missed them all.
No, they weren't. They just
for a little bit of time.
They didn't make them.
They didn't make one in this second set, you know, and those points just dried up and went the other way. And now it's just grinding a battle. I mean, she's pushing that with a little backspin, but it's not a cutter. There's no way they're going to miss those. They're good overheads, but they're neutral. They're not attacking. As a consequence, Lopez and Cruz they're just hanging in there, pushing this match over the two-hour mark. Poach there from Hanisch, and she recognizes, goes behind her. Oh, goodness! And we are at deuce.
That is a deep sigh of relief from Hanisch and Zubori.
Yeah, but it's been the story of the match, right? They have these opportunities, and then Hanisch and Zubori sneak these games out. See how this one turns out. Great deep lob. And Hanisch and Zubori is really starting to creep. You got to play a few balls behind her. She's got that one. Oh, just good job of those waterfalls. It's been a steady diet of those for Lopez. She's getting her education there on the waterfall.
Pushes it out.
Deep right at the body. I love how they're just playing. She's just pushing these balls through the court. There she goes big. Heavy rollers. Great defense here from Cruz and Lopez. All four players recognizing the importance of the point. Hitting it, catches her surprisingly not in the backhand volley position and sticks it off her. And actually, because Hanisch didn't have her paddle in front of her, she gets caught there, but a good stick, and what a disciplined point. Bring it back to deuce.
That's a strange mistake from Hanisch. She's usually very good about keeping her paddle up in the backhand, ready for a backhand.
Yeah, I think 50 balls in, she just lost track of it.
You gotta put the lights on?
Yeah, there they go. Let there be light. It's been, we talked about it a bunch, an overcast day, a perfect day out here to play paddle. Upper 30s. You know, just great day for paddle out there. Chip and charge, and she takes her time, gets it at her feet, and the fact that she's hanging back there makes it tough. All right, another break point here. And she got her. Wow, what a break there. And again, Hanisch and Zubori pull out the deuce game.
Yeah, they're playing with fire, Hanisch and Zubori, but so far they're managing to stay just ahead and have a chance to serve it out again.
Yeah, I mean, that's the whole thing. They cannot quite get over the hump. And again, a deuce game comes down to it. You know, to a game for Hanisch and Zubori, and it was back and forth, and it's just a little spots here and there. But again, incredible fighting from Lopez and Cruz. Think we're going to see a breaker here?
Yeah.
All right. I like it. Confident call. You know, in the last couple of games, there's been a couple of faults from Hanisch. She cleans those up. I'm saying no.
Well, you didn't tell me I got to pick the shots.
Yeah, you know, I'm just making it easier on myself. Giving myself lots of outs, and I'm hedging, and it's perfect. Good shot at the crease, beautifully done. And again, it was a little late with the help call. Should have been a help call right off the bat. And even Cruz, you know, because she's so good at calling dose, you know, once, or telling her how many screens it's going to hit. That means I think she must have known it was going at that corner a little bit too. She could have called it out as well. You know, go up the line. I got the middle. All right, they started the last game at 30 love, but still Cruz and Lopez were able to break. Do they have one more in them?
That was a miss hit.
Right on the line, that push overhead. That is a great, well-placed lob there from Lopez. Oh, kind of a spinning.
The first one she's missed, yeah.
Spinning backhand there, trying to pull it a little wide. She's trying to make a better shot out of it.
She's driven a few backhands very successfully today, but she had her feet under her better.
So good. So good. Right hands.
40, 15.
2 match points.
Oh, no fault so far. I'm looking good. I'll take the one thing I got right today. Well, we'll see. It's not over yet.
Oh, she got her.
And there it is, game, set, and match for Hanisch and Zubori against Cruz and Lopez. And it was 6-2, 7-5, and it looked like a routine. The score looks like your routine 6-2, 7-5, but it was kind of anything but over the 2-hour mark. Any thoughts, Lauren?
No, I mean, look, I think that Hanisch and Zubori are the team to beat, and I think that Cruz and Lopez have a lot to feel good about. They were getting completely steamrolled at the beginning of this match, and they worked their way in, and they played tough, and they figured some things out, and I think that they'll be able to put it to use going forward.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, a bright future there for Beat Lopez, and of course, Liz Cruz, still a class act on the court, and just a tough competitor. And we got more paddle going all day long until my voice gives out. Pleasure calling this with you, Lauren.
Yeah.
And we'll be back in the APTA Tour with a men's quarterfinal match, round match. And I think we got, do we have there Salazar and Regalado against, no, the other match is going on now, actually. Okay. All right, so.
Okay, thanks, Brad.
All righty, we'll be back in a few moments. Be back in about 20 minutes or so.
Hello, this is John Weinlater with Volley, and we're here at the Philly Open having a great time. So exciting to be out here at the second Grand Prix event and seeing all the momentum that's being gathered this season. It's been great being a partner with the APTA, and we've been excited with all the momentum with Volley as well. And we're about ready to hit our 500,000th ball right now on all the trainers. So it's pretty exciting that people are finding the product and talking about it. To keep track of all the new stuff going on with Volley, follow us on social or visit our website, getvolley.com. Thank you.